Everyone, welcome back to the channel. I do have a couple of things I want to talk about today. Number one, my job interview did not happen. They emailed me at 1:38 a.m. this morning to tell me that thanks for the interest, but they're not going forward with the process. And in the future, they'll keep me on file. So in the future, blah, blah, blah. Not impressed. I am not impressed that they canceled it at 7.5 hours before the actual meeting. That was quite, I think, unprofessional of them. I am thankful, though, that I didn't have to go out and find out that I didn't have an interview because it was really bad weather this morning. So, okay. But I woke up to that email, not happy with that, not impressed with the company. But you know what? That's okay. Lesson learned, a couple of lessons learned there. I just got back up on my horse in a sense, and I sent out a couple more resumes into job offers or into jobs, so we'll see what happens. I'm still pursuing this as part of the new year and the new plan for me. I think it is a good thing. We shall see what happens. We'll see. It's just part of the plan that I'm figuring out right now. It was really bad weather this morning, and I hate driving in the snow and ice, so Paul and I both went to London today for the cross-border shipper, which was nice of him to do that. He knows how nervous I am, and it turned out to be absolutely nothing. Everything was fine by the time we got to the main roads here, so I felt bad about that, but that's okay. He is a good guy, and he took care of me. I did drive home, so I did help, but still, was not a great way to start my day with the job interview thing, and then with the snow and the ice and going, ugh, and being just so stressed. And that's what's good. We're going to talk about now. We're going to talk a bit about the burnout and my feelings and everything that's going on with Posh US with me and what my plan is going forward. Because in the new year, I will be making changes to my business because I'm pivoting. That's all I'm doing. I am pivoting right now. The last couple of months on Posh US has been chaotic, and I'm not getting the sales there that I used to, and it's been like the full year. I'm not talking about, okay, last month was really crap. I'm talking about from all of 2024 has not been good. My month's take in has been half of what it was before, or even just 1/3 of what it used to be. So things are happening on Posh US, and I don't want to put a lot of effort into a platform that has given me very little in return. So because of all that's happening, that's one of the reasons I'm looking for a part-time job, to see if that will, be another viable way to bring in some income streams. I'm not giving up on Posh US yet because it's very simple to just cross-list over to there. It's a click and it's done. And we do go to the cross-border shipper anyway. So I'm just going to put it on a back burner. I think for about the last couple of weeks of the year, though, I will put it back on vacation so I don't have to think about it, because it really is stressing me out. I don't think that Stallion's having any problems sending our packages over the border with the Poshmark label. So far, so good, knock on wood. My packages have all been tracking and all have been gotten across the border, so I'm happy with that. But that's another stressor with the Posh US, because I don't know where Stallion's going to continue, if they're going to continue to be able to do this. And for me, because I'm not making the income on my Posh US account, it's not really worth my while to add in another expense just to sell a few items every month. It's just not worth it for me to, ship to ShipSavvy or to DYK at this moment in time. So I will probably put it on vacation, at least in the new year. I will see what happens, see if I get another job, see what happens with Canada Post, and if Poshmark Canada comes back. That's another stressor that's happening right now. But with Posh US, I am putting a pin in it. We're not breaking up or anything. It's more like a trial separation, just to see if other things can take its place instead. So with that in mind, with the Canada Post strike, I know that eventually it will end. It will end. It's not going to be going on for months and months and months. Fingers crossed. I think 6 years ago they were out for 42 days, which is a long time. And we're getting up into that. We're in our third week. I believe it's our third week right now. So we are getting there. So hopefully something happens in the next week or so and everything can go back to sort of normal. as long as not too many buyers have left Poshmark Canada, that's another sort of thing when we come back, see what happens with that, with the sales, with the buyers. Are they going to continue to buy from Poshmark or not? Lots of stuff up in the air. But once Canada Post comes back and I get all my orders shipped out and things come back to normal as best they can, I believe that I'm going to, if I can have a set date and time, I'm going to try my hand at live shows on Posh Canada. Now, you may say to me, well, you know what, you could probably increase your sales on the US if you did live shows. I have very little desire to do a live show on Posh US. I really do, for a few reasons. Number one, there is a ton of competition at any time of the day or night. There are hundreds of live shows every single day on Posh US. I know that I've gotten up at 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, and there's like 100 live shows going on Posh US, and there's absolutely none going on Posh Canada. We are a much smaller market, which is probably why that's happening. But I don't mind having competition, and I don't mind, being on when other people are on. But it's a smaller pool, so it's a little more. For me, it seems a little easier to navigate for me. So, yeah, I just, I want simple. I want, when I start doing live shows, if that's what I'm going to do, I want it simple. And Posh Canada is much more simple. I don't even know if we have host giveaways available on Posh Canada yet. Let me know if you guys know. I know that we do share shows, and all that stuff is there for Posh Canada. Not sure if we're doing host giveaways here yet, so that's okay. I also don't think that accidental bidding is a huge thing here in Canada, which is part of the stress of doing a live show on Posh US, because accidental bidding happens. It honestly happens. It's a true thing that happens. It also is something that people use as an excuse. So you've got the sellers that don't want to cancel the orders, and you have the buyers that want them to cancel the orders, and Poshmark is doing nothing about it. And that really bothers me. To me, that's like, Poshmark's not changing the bid button, even though they did attempt to do it once, but they're not changing it because accidental bids make them money. And I don't want anything to do with that. I don't want to have that, oh, I got to cancel because they accidentally bid. I don't want to fight with buyers. I don't want to be sending my stuff out if people don't want it. I don't want the headache. So for now, I want to start a little simpler. I want to get my process in what's the word? I want it set. I want my process set. I need to figure out sort of where I would be doing it and what I would be doing and all that good stuff. And this is all really, truly only if I can pick a designated day and time, because I think it's very important to be consistent. So like if every Wednesday at 3 o'clock I could do an hour and a half, that's what I want to be able to do. But again, that's going to depend on other things going on in my life. If I get a part-time job, can I get a certain day of the week off every single week? You know what I mean? Can I always book Wednesday off? I just don't want to work Wednesdays. So we'll see what can happen with that. It's just another way that I want to pivot in my business, because I think it's important as the business owner to try different ways. Always, always, always trying different ways, and to get rid of those things that aren't working for you anymore. And right now, Posh US is not really working for me. It is making me a little bit of money every single month, so I don't want to get rid of it necessarily, because a little bit of money is better than no money. But I don't know if it's worth the aggravation. That is something that I have to take the time and think about. So we're going to have a bit of a trial separation. All of the things that have been happening since the beginning of October, and we're talking stuff that's been happening in the reselling world, like with Poshmark and the fees, and with Stallion and that, and with the Canada Post strike and everything else, I am really, really stressed out. And if you want to add into that, our furnace died, our fridge died, then Paul had a major flat tire, we had to replace that. I'm done. I am so done right now. I just need a couple of days to breathe and not to feel guilty because I'm not doing something, and I just want to relax. It is very important to be able to do that if you can. I am fortunate that I can take a couple of days and just kick back and not think about reselling and listing and photographs and postal strikes and everything else that goes on right now. So that's what I'm going to do. I am taking time for me. It is important. I don't want to make bad decisions, so I need to relax a little bit because so once in a while I'm on that verge of making a really bad decision and I have to stop myself. So I am going to take some time over the weekend, this weekend, and stay away from my reselling business. I'm going to take a little bit of a step back from social media. So if you do comment on this video, I usually respond to everybody's comments. I will try and do that, but just, be patient with me. It might take me a little bit longer than normal, just so you know, but I will respond eventually because I think that's important to do that. If you guys take the time to comment, I do like to respond myself because I appreciate that you do that for me. So that's what I'm doing. It is Thursday at 3:00 right now. Thank goodness. I'm tired. We just had lunch and everything else. Kickstarting my vacation kind of thing. We are going to the Legion. We're going to go do some trivia. I'm going to have a couple of glasses of wine tonight and just relax and not think about very much. So anyway, that is it for me today. I hope everybody has a fantastic weekend. I will be back next week for sure. I'm going to show you what's been selling, and I did go to the bins today. I might show you what I got. I don't know. I have some bids going on auctions for things that I want to sell on eBay. So I might do a haul from the auction if I win stuff. I should actually just show you one day. This is what I'm bidding on, and this is why. That's actually a really good one. We might do that. Anyway, everybody have a good weekend, and I'll see you next time. Bye.